My father is from Tonga. We do have ancestors hailing from both Samoa and Fiji. Primarily though, it is Tongan. And then my mother's side, they all the way back to the 1600s is when they first came to the United States of America, and they came primarily from England. I am an attorney, and I practice law. My career benefits me in multiple ways. I think one thing about the law is it is constantly changing. There is never an opportunity to say, I know what the law is. Because the day you say that is the day the Supreme Court releases a ruling that changes everything you knew and believed. And so you're constantly engaged and learning. And I think that's a very important benefit to me is just that constant mindset of always learning. I think the law and law school is very interesting in that it is one of the few graduate degrees where there is no special undergrad that prepares you better than another. Anyone who researches law schools will say there are no required, you don't have to have your undergraduate degree in any particular area in order to get into law school. And I think the reason for that is the law affects everything, and there's a place for everyone in the law. Sometimes they think, English majors, political science majors, philosophy majors are primarily suited, but anyone who has a unique experience, which is basically everyone, has a place in the law and will have a point of view and something to share and enlighten others. The important thing to remember is that my culture helps me achieve my goals. And what I mean by that, it's not necessarily Tongan culture that someone else has defined, this is what Tongan culture is or is not, or Caucasian culture, American culture from my mom, but recognizing that it's really your culture. And what I'm able to draw from Tonga and Tongan history and Tongan culture, what I'm able to draw from my mother's side of things, what I'm able to draw from the culture that is kind of established and provided from my religious background, that recognizing I need to take from any of these sources and create my culture, which is Hutch, Unga, Fale's culture, which has strands of Tongan culture, but might be a little different than my neighbor who's also Tongan. Have strands of American culture, but might be different than the guy who lives down the road. And so how does my culture help me? My biggest, recognizing that I'm different and therefore I'm special. I would strongly encourage anyone who is really trying to achieve anything, use all your resources. And a lot of times your resources are those who have gone before. And don't be hesitant or shy, regardless of how we were raised, to ask for help, to bug someone for their time, and to seek guidance from your elders. And I think that is something that is very powerful, and I believe very strongly that any student who takes me up on that advice will be very pleasantly surprised at how many of their elders appreciate them, love them, and will walk through a wall to help them be successful.